So you guys were I'm hearing a lot of you guys wanted a theme song shortened, so here we go. This girl reviews movies, games, and books. Sometimes she plays them. So does that, and when she does it with the cat, does that make her crazy? Does that make her crazy? Probably. So, it's shorter. There you go. Crazy Cat Lady Gamer Reviewer or Martha Butler does not own any trailers or pictures. I use them under fair use, educational, for and entertainment purpose.
Well, hi everybody, Harley here. So I just got back from seeing the Suicide Squad. These days I'm like, they should have just called it Suicide Squad 2. Oh, they're trying to erase what happened last time, but come on people, it's confusing. I know that after watching this movie, a lot of us want to forget about the first one because compared to this one, that one sucked. Compared to a lot of movies, that one sucked, but still. So, this one does acknowledge the first one. It kinda, I don't know. I mean, it has only has 4 characters from the first one. So, I don't know. I do like how it kind of reminds me of, Cabin in, Woods-ish, because we are going to spoil this movie a lot, but I like the fact, just like in that movie, the people who run the Suicide Squad, the people who tell them what to do besides Amanda Waller, take bids on the ones who will die. Like, this person's gonna die, I want 20 on, I'll give you 20 on this. If this person's gonna die, I'll give you 30. Yada yada yada. I'll give you 100. So yeah, that part I laughed a lot. So, what is this one about? Well, it takes you see the first one into commission because it does start on a character. I guess you thought will probably surviving. I don't remember a lot of characters who sadly die. Some of the ones who died later on, names. So I'm probably not going to bother telling you all their names, because they're just here to basically die and sad or hilarious ways. So yeah. But starts out with the one who I'm just gonna play was in a lot of James Gunn's old movies like Yondu. So yeah. And he bouncing a ball off the wall. Bouncy ball. And he kills a bird. So I'm perfectly okay with him killing, and I'm perfectly okay with when he dies. So, yeah. So they use him to explain the fact that you have to have if you go on a mission, you end up having something in your head do it, and your neck go boom, and he's the one that ends up going go boom. But they're going on this mission to stop another country who has Star, which is the comic books is an alien starfish who possesses people by landing on their head or something and making them do his work. But in this movie, if you have that thing on your head, once you have things on your head, there's no coming back. You cannot come back from this and say, I'm better now. Just because the starfish is dead, that means I'm better now. You cannot become unpossessed to it. Basically, once you belong to it, you belong to it. There's no going back. So yeah. And I guess, this country wants to use it to rule the world. Wah! So, yep. And they ask us criminals to do this because we don't matter. And it's okay we get our heads blown or die in any way we want to. Because nobody cares about us. Really? So, the ones that I say that matter in this movie is myself, Harley Quinn, of course, Bloodborne, Peacemaker, Ratcatcher. We're not calling her Ratcatcher 2 because her dad's not really, her dad's in this movie, but he's not a main character. He's just backstory to her. So, she's Ratcatcher. And Rick Flag, King Shark, and Polka Dot Man. I think the ones that, there are other characters in this movie, but most of them die. They don't matter. There's some of them that die, the ones that named off, but those are the ones who the story is mostly told about this, and I'm perfectly okay with all those characters die because, unlike any other one, only one character died. And they're called a Suicide Squad for a reason. You want more than one character to die. So, the first squad, because we have two different squads that go on this mission to go and stop this Starro. And basically the first squad dies all but Rick Flag and Harley, and I guess later on Weasel ends up not being dead, even though he was pretty much dead on Wonder Me until like the very end. Weird. I guess that was just a joke. Okay, whatever. Anyway, they end up, and so the squad we mostly follows is the one with Bloodborne, and he is doing this because his daughter, who, yes, his character is a lot like Deadshot's character from the first one, because both of them have daughters, except for the daughter in this one is a lot older than his, where he can actually, where she takes a watch from a store and she ends up getting evicted for it, where she can go to an actual prison, just like the same prison that Harley Quinn goes to. Regular criminals who have killed a bunch of thousand people. But when you steal a watch, you don't go anywhere else. It's just a watch. Yes, you should go to prison, but not the same exact prison that or somebody who, like her father, who almost killed Superman. So yeah, doesn't make any sense, but I guess Amanda Waller is an evil person. You watch the first one, you should know she's evil. If you watch the cartoons, you know she's evil. Okay? She's an evil lady. She's mean. So, basically we think Rick is getting kidnapped by the enemy. So, Amanda tells them to go and get Rick first. And so, both him and Peacemaker are both mark shooters. And I don't know if they're good as Deadshot, but they're both have a little shooting fight. How many people can you kill separately in this campground in the jungle? Although I'm noticing it. I don't know who won, but since what Peacemaker does later on in this movie, I say Bloodborne won. So, anyway, even though I did like what Peacemaker did with that stabbing in the guy to sleep 5 times, I'm pretty sure you killed him! And I do like King Shark in this. I like the fact that Rocky plays him in this. And he's just like Groot, except for he's a lot more bloodthirsty. He just wants to make friends. He does not, and he just wants to go num nums. So yeah. Anyway, they both find Rick Flag and find out, oh, he's fine. He's just helping up this crew that wants to take the throne, me, president, dictator, whatever, and so they can get their country back. So, this way, and they go together with this rebels, I guess you can call them. And I like the fact that they get them like all close up, and I do like the joke where they like have King Shark trying to say, I can blend in, but have a fake mustache. Like, dude, you cannot blend in. You're a shark. Okay, you stay in the truck when we go into a bar and drink, even though we probably don't got any money for this country because we're prisoners and we seriously probably did not get any money put into us. That part was a little iffy. The only part I liked about the first one was that scene in the bar, but that scene made sense because nobody was in the bar. But yeah, so this is a little weird. So yeah. Anyway, they end up like going and they see the thinker who's in this movie. He's the one that I guess who helped astronauts find Staryu, and I guess Staryu is listening to him because we experiment on how Staryu works. I don't know. He's very, very weird in a very wrong way. Like, I don't know. I do think he's more accurate to the comics than the one that's in Flash, but as he actually looks the part with those screws coming out of his head. But I don't know. I definitely do not like this guy. But so they end up capturing him after they find out and I also like the little part with we haven't got that part yet, but they Ratcatcher and Polka Dot Man take him to the van. Rick and Peacemaker and Bloodborne get captured, and then they beat up after they find out that Harley is still alive. After they find out that I'm still alive, because they thought I was dead since I was part of the squad that mostly died. And I was taken to be married to the president dash dictator, I guess. And yet I didn't like him because he reminded me of Mr. J. I shot him. And I did like some of it was weird with it, but I was like waiting for me to kill him, whatever. And so, yep. And it happened, and I did like my little hallway scene where like it turned into like a bunch of flowers. I had 2 machine guns, and I also had the freaking javelin that I got from that accent guy. And I like how there were like flowers everywhere and cartoon birds. Like, yay! And remember, I had a movie not too long ago myself, even though I had to share it with other people. They just should have called that movie Harley Quinn, but they really did it. So, anyway, Harley comes out after we learn that after the boys kill and almost get killed themselves by crashing the truck they were in, and return to Polka Dot Man and Ratcatcher. And this is when Ratcatcher and Bloodborne connect, because Ratcatcher explains to Bloodborne why she likes Rat so much, because it helps remind her to relate to her dad, and he sees a lot of her, his daughter in her, and they both promise each other that we'll make sure both of them get out of this.
mission alive, what they do, and I do like the whole joke that's going on with this, that he's afraid of the rats, even though he's giving Ratcatcher a chance. And we also learn a little bit about Polka Dot's backstory here, about how his mom tried to turn him and his siblings to superheroes, which was kind of bad because he has to explode the dots off his head or he'll die. And he pretty much sees everybody as his mom, so it's kind of funny. So yeah, I like the fact that these new characters get their own backstory and stuff like that. So they end up like try to get Harley out, try to get me out of the tower, because Rick wants to save Harley, because it makes them like have like a long history where they're like always been on different squads and like that. So he wants to save me, and then when they come back, I say, wait, what are you guys doing? And we're gonna rescue you. Like, why you can go back inside? You can still do it. So yeah, you know what was funny? No, I like the fact that we're gonna like. So yeah, and so this is when they go and question the thinker. So that explains them, you do this and that, you do anything bad, you're gonna die. And I say a bunch of weird things that probably should not be better, like if you do bad road license plate, you die. Like, Rick's like, you don't have to worry about that, but you probably shouldn't do any of that anyway. So, this is when we go and attack on Jotunheim. That's the building where the Starro was held. So, and they find out, once they get in there, after they use the Thinker to close down the building so none of the people from that country can get them while they're doing this. And we also find they split up. They have like Rick, Peacemaker, Ratcatcher in the bottom with Thinker, and all the other ones are like planting bombs everywhere so they can blow the building up. So, and this is when we find out that yes, Thinker is experimenting on people, what happened to them. Like, we see like people who like are about to die. We find out if you pretty much are on part of that fish, part of that, once the babies of the Starro take you over, you're dead. Because they take the fish off one of the people, take the starfish off one of them, and we find out that person's basically dead because their eyes are gone and everything like that. Like, so, yeah, that part definitely disgusting. Definitely, and I'm perfectly okay with the way he dies. Get torn apart by Starro, because basically Starro was just being used by the government. I mean, what does he try to do in revenge? He says, I'm gonna take over this city! Yeah! But I don't believe anybody in this movie is really 100% good. Because girl criminals, they're being run by a mean old lady who thinks it's okay to put a 6-year-old girl who's still to watch in the exact prison that serial killer's Joker goes into. Okay? Instead of putting her in juvenile hall. No, I don't like her. So, and I was so happy when they after you find out Rick, after Peacemaker says, I was ordered by Waller to go and take this back to her. Because they found evidence to prove that the Americans were involved in this, because the astronauts that discovered Starro were Americans. They were not from a different country, so we were involved in this. Our government was so weird, so they wanted to. It was ordered to take the disco so the United States doesn't get exploited, I guess. So, but Rick wants to do it because he's an honorable soldier. So him and Peacemaker have a fight. Sadly, Rick does not make out of it, which is sad. I find his death pretty sad. So, and while this is going on, the building up gets blown up because Polka Dot Man and Polka Dot Harley and Bloodborne were fighting against the bad guys up the building upwards, and Polka Dot Man throws his polka dots and blows up the bombs, probably before they were ready to blow them up. And also one of the people who was with the other squad dies, who probably shouldn't have been following them. So yeah, it was a joke, because how he dies was supposed to be pretty funny. The fact that Harley didn't even notice that character was following them. So yeah, I mean, I didn't know that they were following them. I joined the crowd late, so I'm allowed to not know everybody in the group. So anyway, they end up like falling down, and poor King Shark almost gets eaten by weird jellyfish that look like half jelly, half piranha. That's where he was trying to make friends with them. And water lands down there, and this is when Starro kills the Thinker and gets out, almost captures almost gets Ratcatcher, and that's when Rick Flag gets stabbed in the heart after he comes pretty close to killing Peacemaker, but doesn't. And this is when we Bloodborne falls down all the way down the building, somehow survives, and saves Ratcatcher by using his bullet to go through Peacemaker and him in the neck, and somehow he survives because he's supposed to have a TV show in the on HBO Max. So yeah, and this is when we have like the best moment in the movie: us fighting kaijus, a kaiju. And I like the fact that's what they call. That's what one of the people who work for one of the people are telling the Screw Squad to do. We got a freaking kaiju here. So, and this is when they were told them this Waller wants to let these people die at the hand of Starro. Let him just take over this city, okay? Destroy this building that's probably already destroyed. We're just gonna go and we don't care if she blows our heads off, okay? We don't care. We're gonna go and be heroes, save this city from being turned into zombie starfish and kill evil Patrick. We're gonna do that, people. So, and I just like how one of the people that work for Amanda Waller uses something to knock her out. And I was hoping she died. I was hoping she died. Why didn't she die? No, they just knocked her out. Darn! You know, I like this person who plays her because he plays her so well. But I still wanted her dead. So, how they defeated Starro in this movie is pretty cool. Polka Dot Man, before he dies, cuts off parts of him, and he also pictures Starro as his mom. Part of it, like part of this fit, whatever you call those fins or whatever, pointers. And then one of the fins lands on top of him. They just cut off, like, poor Polka Dot Man. He finally got to be a hero for like 10 seconds. Then he died. But even never honorably though. So, and Shark, King Shark got to have his nums because Bloodborne, like he's pretty much Captain America here. So he's telling Hulk to go and smash, except for Bloodborne saying, "Num-nums over there!" Num-num! So, and my job is to use my javelin to point the starfish in the eye. And I do it. and it's Ratcatcher's job to call all her little ratty friends and Sebastian to go and crawl up all over the people who are being controlled by Starro and eat Starro pretty much alive. And I guess Starro died that way. And I did like how Bloodborne kept on adding on to his gun one time, but even though it didn't work, but he's still a good job as leader because he did instruct every single one of the characters to do something that was still alive then. So yeah. So and then the movie ends and yep. And we all thought of as heroes for that bit. So I did like this movie. Is it the best DC Universe movie? It's one of them. I don't think it's really trying to be a big movie that thinks it's trying to be one of those funny movies that is allowed to be bloody and stuff like that. So yeah, go and see it. So me and Solly, what do you give it, Solly?
I give it I give it a 9 out of 10.
So I give it Overpass McHale. That's what
I give it, guys.
I can't no longer doing this voice. And you guys need a way to tell me and Solly apart. But I don't know. It's hard to do Hartley's voice. Because her voice is so weird. It's like squeaky voice bit with a New York accent. So it's kind of hard for me to do. It sounds like my Mickey Mouse voice. So that's what I'm going to get this movie, guys. Go and see it. So I'll see you guys later. Like, share, subscribe, and bye.